Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the Friends of Cabrini Read Aloud, featuring A Time to Act, John F. Kennedy's Big Speech, authored by Shana Corey, illustrated by R. Gregory Christie. We hope you enjoy this read aloud. On June 11th, two black students applied to enroll at the University of Alabama. Alabama's white governor pledged to block them. Again and again, young people had shown their courage. Jack had to act. And finally, following in the footsteps of those who had set the course by sitting in and sending letters, marching and riding buses, he did. Jack ordered the National Guard to escort students safely into the school. And that night, in living rooms, in kitchens, and diners across America, millions of people of all colors, children and parents and grandparents, rich people and poor people, people from the North and people from the South, people of different religions, people who'd looked the other way, and people who'd fought for change, turned on their televisions and radios and heard the president speak. 100 years of delay have passed since President Lincoln freed the slaves, yet their heirs, their grandsons, are not fully free. This nation will not be fully free until all of its citizens are free. Now the time has come for this nation to fulfill its promise. It is a time to act. Those who do nothing are inviting shame, as well as violence. I shall ask the Congress of the United States to act. It was one of the most eloquent, profound, and unequivocal pleas for justice and the freedom of all men ever made by any president, telegrammed Dr. King as soon as the speech was over. The presidential statement on the color question is one of the finest declarations ever issued in the cause of human rights, wrote Jackie Robinson. The following week, Jack sent a strong civil rights bill, one that would outlaw segregation in public places and end discrimination in jobs, to Congress. Later that summer, on August 26, 1963, Dr. King led 250,000 people on a historic march on Washington. People of all colors from all around the country came together singing and speaking. "I have a dream," Dr. King told the crowd. Jack listened from the White House. Afterward, Dr. King and other leaders went to meet with Jack. Jack greeted them by repeating Dr. King's inspiring words, "I have a dream." President Kennedy was killed on November 22, 1963, just a few months after he addressed the nation on civil rights. But his legacy, his words, and his actions live on. Today, the Soviet Union no longer exists. The wall where President Kennedy once stood has come down. But young Peace Corps volunteers still go out into the world building roads and bridges, libraries, and schools. On July 20th, 1969, Kennedy's space challenge was met. Two American astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, walked on the moon. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, said Armstrong. And decades later, we still explore the stars. Only now, instead of racing against one another, many countries work together in space. And on July 2nd, 1964, with the help of many courageous people who didn't give up, who worked together over many years, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was finally passed, making it illegal to discriminate in jobs based on the color of one's skin and providing for the integration of schools and public places. In the 50 years since the bill was passed, there has been much progress on civil rights, but there have been steps backwards too. History isn't a straight line, and it's not just words written in books in permanent ink. It's changing. We're changing it every day. From here on out, you are the decision makers, Jack once told young people. You are the writers of history. And so now it's your turn to choose your course, to speak up, to act, to move the world forward, to make history. Thanks for watching another Friends of Cabrini Read Aloud.